Wild1 Radio. Wild1 Radio. The number one DJ station. Wild1 Radio.
C Brown, baby. C Brown, baby.
Bomber drop, damn you!
In one day. What's the answer? What's the answer? So let me paint this picture. What's the answer to this hip hop cancer? What's the answer to this hip hop cancer? They go there, it would never come back. Back. So let me paint this picture. So hungry for real shit. So hungry for real shit. So hungry for real shit. It feels like I'm fasting. Go there. So let me paint this picture. Go there ever, it would never come back. In one day.
Y'all know what it is, man.
Already know.
Hey, yo, first and foremost, shout out to the Chop Shop. Now I'm talking about the Chop Shop on Wild1 Radio that just come on before me. Great show, but hey, yo, you can go now. You can leave the building. My time, no. It's not my time. It's Uniqme's time. Where was you 25 years ago? 1993.
That's it, baby.
The Hoodzmen LP, rude boy.
That's it.
The anniversary, BDSIR Network, the best damn show in Wild1 Radio, sponsored by Rockstar, the energy drink, On Fire Networks, the international underground hip-hop and rap connection. How you feeling out there, man? It's time. RePPiN4U hip-hop show, preserving the culture, the 25th anniversary. I.
That's it.
Grab Body P, Worldwide DJ Coalition. I have whole heap of guests with me. It's a different show to what you're used to. You know what I mean? I got the man called Uniqme here.
Yeah, what's going on, world? How's everybody doing? I'm tired. You know, we got stupid in there last night.
Oh, man.
You know, we had to do our best. We had Starrlight in the building, so, you know, we gotta come with it, because she always coming with it. So we had to, you know what I mean?
Everyone came through, man. You know what I mean? Big up to the man called Shakezpeare as well, man.
Big up Shakezpeare,
he's not in effect right now, but Lord have mercy.
Big up Kemetstry, man. Big up
Kemetstry in the house, man.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Kemetstry in the house. We got Starrlight over there. You know what I mean? She'll be coming on the show a little later on. We got a whole heap of MCs back there doing their thing, man. You know what I mean? We're in the BeatsABar music projects right now. Okay? Understand what's about to happen here. History in the making. And also, we are on YouTube as well. You know what I mean? You can hit your subscribe, hit your like button, do what you gotta do. Any haters? This is not for you. Drake and Pusha T is that way. Get your debates on. We're not discussing no Pusha T and Drake business. And what's the other man's name? Jay Prince. We don't do that over here. You know what I mean? You know what else we don't do over here? Mumble rap. Starrlight all knows all about the mumble rap. MikeDog36@gmail.com. That's all for you artists to get your submissions in. You know what I mean? Big tune, you know, that's what we doing. Big tune. We don't do mumble rap. We don't do trap. We don't do that over here. Do not be a tragedy. I mentioned her last week. I have to mention her again, man. Roseanne Barr, man. Don't be like her and talk shit, and then you get locked off.
Put your foot in your mouth and get locked off.
Don't be a tragedy like the dude that we were in the chip shop in Brixton, trying to be Shakezpeare's hype man.
Let's tear this motherfucker up. Let's take it easy. You ready? And I ain't your usual kind of rapper. I keep it good. I ain't trying to make you happy clap. I'm trying to make you think. I'm trying to get down. pressure, my leisure. Anytime, my pleasure. In a mess, yes, I left ya. Blessed chest up on a stretcher. Play chess, blessed I check ya.
A tragedy like him, okay?
Well, he must have did something right, because he's famous now. He's on the radio now. You feel me? That's crazy, right? Whoa.
It is true, man. It is true. Find me on Twitter, Mr. The Infamous. Also on my Facebook, you could drop me a review. How you feeling the show out there, man? At RePPiN4U, RePPiN4U. Also on my Instagram, Infamous Grandbody P. Hey, model chicks, I love what you're doing. Keep it up. Do what you gotta do so I can get my perv on. That's great as well, man. Shout out to the man called Spock, aka KD, the producer. You know what I mean? The engineer of all this shit. We've got a co-host, Miss C Brown. She soon come, man. She soon come. She'll be interviewing some of our special guests as well, man. But hey, before that even happens, Uniqme, how are you feeling in the UK, man?
Hey, man, I'm tired, man. We've been here doing the promotional tour and just, trying to get everything popping and, meeting people and talking about the album and doing these shows. It's like my third radio show since I've been here. So we pretty much been getting it out there and doing what we need to do. A little bit tired, traveling, but it's fun. It's fun and it's exciting, and I'm glad to be here.
It's good to be here, man. Yo, man, that is blessed, man. Absolutely, man. The EP is out, though.
It's out. It dropped April 27th. It dropped April 27th, right? Yeah, and it's actually doing really good, too, man. Carlos shared some information with me. It's just doing a lot better than we thought it was, but it's a good EP, man. It's dope. It's dope. I didn't want, in my intro, I had Cannabis and K Solo and Cali Ranks do the intro, because I had already did. I did Empire with Cali Ranks, and I did Sharpshooters with K Solo, and I did like 3 records with Cannabis between this year and last year. So I didn't really want them to rap on the EP, but I did want them to solidify me.
I hear that, man.
On the EP, and that's what they did. So, and it worked out good, man. And it's a dope EP, bro.
Man, people, you want to pick that up, man. You know what I mean? Think how born to do it.
That's it, born to do it. Born to do it. Bad man fi come.
Bad man fi come.
Bad man fi come.
Wow, that man is a special moment, man. But you know what? It's 25th anniversary, so we need to take it back to 1993. We need to take it back to the beginnings, how you got on. You know what I mean? Let's remind the fans how you got on, how the Hoodzmen came to be, right. all that good stuff, and most importantly, what was your favorite moment? When was your favorite moment recording that record back then?
It was when all right, it started in let me just go from the top. It started in 1993.
Please.
I had a friend, a guy named Andrew Johnson. Andrew was a producer. He was, the production company at the time was called Jolly Stompers. And it was Andrew Johnson, DJ Mike Nice, and DJ Ray Swift. DJ Ray Swift is the original Hoodzmen DJ. That's the one who's always posting and stuff like that. But so I just remember in Drew's house, Black Rob came out of that house. Redman came out of that house. Cali Ranks came out of that house. I came out of that house. There was folks that came up out of that studio that really went to do good things later on. So I just remember these guys. Andrew met Simon Harris. Simon Harris just happened to own, at the time, Simon Harris was equivalent to what Russell Simmons is at Def Jam. Simon Harris was the Russell Simmons over here in London at Music of Life Records. So if you look him up, he's a huge music mogul. He's really big time guy. But he's the guy who discovered me. And then Drew and them, he said, I really like that guy, Unique, and I like Michael Harris, which was John Bourne, his partner. So we did it. I think the first time we saw Simon, a year went by before we actually did the deal. A whole year went by, but we actually did the deal. And when we did the deal, man, it was bugged out because I didn't realize how hip-hop was over here. You know what I'm saying? Because we were over there. So when we came here, it was like, wow. Matter of fact, I remember Old Dirty telling me, because you know the story about me and Old Dirty.
Yeah, man, I want to hear some more stories about you and Old Dirty, man.
Me and Old Dirty used to work together. We were best friends. We used to work at this grocery store called Winn-Dixie. You know, we actually worked at the Winn-Dixie warehouse.
Was that how you met him?
Yeah, that's how we. Well, nah, because we knew each other before that. I don't know what we did, but we did some scheme shit and got a job together. That's what we did. I don't know. I don't remember how we did it, but picture me and him working together. That's we smoking weed. We ain't gonna. If they don't catch us, we clowning. So but I just remember Old Dirty because you got to remember, Wu-Tang Clan didn't really blow up in America. They blew up over here first. It was when they came back, and everybody was like, oh. So Old Dirty was like, yo, bro, you're on a billboard over there. Do you know that? And I didn't know that. He said, yo, dog, you're on a billboard over there for real. Then when we came over, I saw the Hoodzmen and shit and Music Alive on the billboard. So I knew that he was real. So, but it was crazy because before I got my deal, he told me in the back of the truck, yo, we're gonna go back to New York, man. We're gonna start this group called the Wu-Tang Clan. Yo, I want you to be in it, Unique. And at the time, Phyllis, which was my son's mother, she was pregnant with my son Keith.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, and this was, my son was born in 1988. So it goes to show you how long me and Old Dirty been friends.
Yeah.
My son was born in 1988. So he was telling me, because the first record was Protect Your Neck. If you know anything about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy because Phyllis was pregnant. I didn't leave. I ended up staying for the birth of my son. And this is why I always say that God works in mysterious ways. Because I didn't leave, and I ended up getting my deal.
What? So this was what, 88?
1988 is when my son was born.
So around that time, RZA, Jizza, and ODB, there was like the All Together Now crew, right?
It was All Together Now crew because Raheem, because RZA, which is Raheem.
Yeah.
And you remember his song, Oh, We Love You, Raheem?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, because he had that. Everybody was solo. This is the Brooklyn side. This is not the Staten Island side. Like Raekwon and all of them and Ghost, that's Staten Island. The Brooklyn side is Old Dirty, 12 o'clock. That's the Brooklyn side. That's why they say Brooklyn Zoo. That's the Brooklyn Zoo side. So he was like, yo, join the crew and let's do this. But I didn't go. I ended up, Simon Harris signing me. I ended up seeing this dude at the New Music Seminar when we performed. There was another group performed called Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
It was Redman. It was Biggie. Biggie wasn't even really Biggie then. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot. Redman was performing. There were a lot of people performed. And they performed Protect Your Neck. And I remember walking up that street, going into that center where we was all performing. And I was thinking to myself, damn, I'm up in here rocking this shit that I got over in London. They up in here rocking this shit that it was weird because my record was blowing up in London, but the United States didn't even accept Wu-Tang Clan. So it was almost like their record was blowing up in London too. It was almost like they were, like I was here, it was like they were here too. And it just worked out great.
Yeah, because back in 93, it was like, before the Wu exploded, it was all about like the West Side kind of things, like Dr. Dre and the Chronic and all that.
Well, it was not really, because in 1993, because we was looking up what was big around 1993, and Diggable Planets.
Yeah.
Diggable Planets was kind of taking rap. If you know anything about Diggable Planets, they were different from anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So rap was kind of going in a direction that was, you know what I'm saying, we was hard still. So it was just, rap was going through some changes. But it wasn't to the point where like it is now. Like the changes now, the changes aren't good. These aren't good changes. We made good changes back then, but these changes are kind of crazy. But yeah, but other than that, man, that's just basically we came into the game kind of together. We were friends. I was able to see him do his thing, and he was able to see me do my thing, and just it's just you never know who you're gonna run across. Who you going to go into the game with your friends is good, and for y'all to make it on different levels and different platforms, and for everybody to be happy for everybody, that's love, man.
That's big. That is, man. That is big, man. But let's talk about the actual EP, real quick. The Hoodzmen. I mean, there's a few tracks on there, but which tune on that meant the most to you at that time?
I'm gonna say Rhyme Ripper, Running Rampant, and the bootlegger, because in them days we did that song about the bootlegger. You remember?
Yeah.
It was a big bootlegger thing in '93. It was bootlegging. Dudes was on the corner selling rappers music without their permission and getting money.
Yeah,
so we dropped
that was like a big no-no,
that
right?
was a big no-no. Like dudes was getting punched in their face. Like they was rolling up on dudes and beating dudes up and knocking their stand over. Like, you ain't gonna bootleg my music. So around them times, you know, the bootlegger was a big joint too. So, but I'm gonna have to say though, Rhyme Ripper and Running Rampant, man. Both of them songs is real dope. People like them songs. You know, so that's about my favorites on there. I mean, I like the whole EP.
Naturally, yeah.
Naturally, the whole EP, I like it because I like Job. I don't think anybody. That dude was like Dracula. No, like his style. Like, if you listen to some of the Hoodzmen records and you listen to Job rap, he'd be like he rap like you know how Dracula talk like oh, I want to bite your neck, you know, like, but the way he was ill though, like it wasn't corny though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was ill though. That, you know, when I look back and hear Job on these records, I'd be like, yo, Job, you was bugging out, dog. This dude used to come on stage with half his face painted. Okay, fine, do what you do. But, you know, it's cool. I'm not going to paint my face, but, you know, you want to paint your face, it's cool, you know. But he was just you just loved him. You loved him for who he was.
See, that was the thing back in that era of hip hop, man. Everyone had a different style, man. It
and
was
a different look,
different look, different style. Like, no one sounded alike at all.
Oh, yeah, that's real.
So, you know, you had these stars and they were just wild, man.
Well, that's what I realized about John Bowen. He dared to be different. And I respected that about him. You know, people, you know, you gotta be a special person to do something that looks unnormal to everybody else and not care what the people say or what they think. So for him, he just dared to be different. I appreciate John Bowen more now, even now, you know, because he's in Jamaica, he lives in Jamaica. But I appreciate him more now probably than I did then, because we was young then. But I appreciate him. When I listen to them records and I hear his style, I'm like, nobody sounds like this dude back then. Nobody. He had a horror. Remember when horrorcore came out?
Yeah.
Horrorcore. He had a horrorcore about him. That was before horrorcore. So I'm like, Mike was ill. Yeah, John Bowen was ill, dog.
Man. That's wild, man.
So what you reppin'?
Real music from ya. I've been rapping from ya.
I told my mother that she's gonna see me succeed, so I dashed a few blessings to my enemies, conserved all my energy, divert my mind away from pills and the Hennessy, fill the track with passion cause these memories were hurting me, mentally disturbing me to the point where I had to regurgitate the pain verbally. Times I gotta think about myself, they ain't concerning me. Complicated man, education was a difficulty, still they don't fucking with me. Trying to keep us out of the chip but end up where the shutters be, smack rats like big Doherty. Patient dragons, seditation, dreams and live rapidly. Exercise the muscles and the man that makes you strong. It's always the mentality. Real men hold it down and always hustle to capacity. My work rate 100, ignore when I'm crafting me. Mess up too bad, the penalty's the penitentiary. Look up to the sky and float away on the melody.
What do you think? Yeah, listen, Krystatic, hey, look, yeah. Why do you have to be established for people support? Get broke, put in debt, now you're facing a court. I got the questions and answers that come to my mind. A customer appreciation for those in the grind. Why so many sick patients, crack Caucasians, invasion, poverty in most nations. The government pushing all the uncontrolled supplements, feeding many people's addiction and the subsequent. The reason as many people get into debt because of lending and the interest that they're spending. People don't support because they're jealous and envy. But when you break through, they want to act all friendly. The reason there's many ill people about because of population control. That's the issue. Wipe out the human race without a tissue and take them down to the ground like jiu-jitsu. Why positive black history not taught in schools? Why so many people homeless and begging for food? They walk around on the streets, thick in a blanket, wishing that they had the home and a plate of some pancakes. A nice set back on the beach, the Atlantic is frantic. Questions, answers will be a classic. Why so many people in the mercy of tax to flick the news on? More negativity facts. The reason that black history's not taught in schools because the history got wiped out. Covered in patents, cursed and forgotten about. about like black natives and places. Hide the truth to make a saving. Government corruption controlling the media. The knowledge on his track is an encyclopedia. The questions and answers. Any more questions? I've got this conscience, now go get my dancers. You.
That's how y'all going, though. That's how y'all going. Lord have mercy. Boy, bad man fi come. B.D.S.I.R network. Best damn show in Wild1 Radio. This is RePPiN4U hip hop show right now. Preserve the culture. Grant Body P, Uniqme in the building. We've got some more people in the building. Yo, introduce yourself, sir.
Yo, what are you saying? It's Alex Haze from Wolverhampton. Come to support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, it's Tarju from Birmingham. Come to support as well.
Nice, 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 nice. Over here.
It's A from Wolverhampton. Just about in it.
It's just about it. It's not passing. It's not pass through. Over here.
Elizmi Haze.
You're just passing through.
Singer.
Jada Booth, singer, rapper, from Wolverhampton. Just passing through, man, seeing what's happening, jumping on cyphers.
Yeah. We got the big cypher one. You know what I mean? This is the 25th anniversary. We have to do it right. You know what I mean? We're celebrating 25 years, man. We have to do it right.
We gotta do it right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you remember your MTV Raps, the way it ended, we're about to duplicate that and make it better. And that's coming up. That's coming up at the end of the show, man. But before we get into that, man, Unique, man. You've got a big. You got a big movement going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just let once again, tell the people about that, man, and why.
I'm talking about,
excuse me, is anybody on this book? We don't do mumble rap over here. We don't do trap music. Don't be a tragedy like that, gentlemen, okay?
White people just walk in on you over here. I mean, that's how they do it. White people just walk in on the black people, huh? That's how they do it over here? What? That's how they moving over here? Nah, I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing, man.
It's just bad because we're getting reparations and everything for the Windrush thing, man.
He was a nice man, I'm sure.
Yeah, man. So as we continue, crazy, man, crazy. The movement you got going on, man.
The Preserve the Culture movement.
But more importantly, the police brutality movement.
The police brutality movement is came about. That's what Empire is about. The original version and the remix version as well.
Yeah.
Actually, the story behind Empire for me is the fact that, you know, and I don't know if you guys know what's going on in America, but it's really bad with the police. And they shooting black people, man, I'm telling you, like for real. Like the last biggest incident that y'all probably heard about was the boy in Sacramento, California. You remember hearing about that? They put 20 shells in him and they flipped him over and he had a cell phone right here on his chest. They said he had a gun. Okay, those police officers that killed that man, those police officers would receive leave of absence with pay. You kill somebody and you get paid to do it. Mm-hmm. So the reason we wrote Empire, and Empire is my idea. It was my song. It was my idea to everything. Everybody wrote their lyrics. Cali Ranks wrote his. Specialist wrote his. But the idea really came from my son, who he got pulled over one day, and my son has a concealed weapons permit, which means you're in America you're legal to carry a firearm as long as you have the proper paperwork. So my son got pulled over one night, and when the cop approached him, the first thing he told the cop was, "Officer, I have a firearm in the glove compartment." It's a 3-step process. The shells must be in the trunk, and the firearm in the glove compartment, you have to tell the police. So he told the police. Next thing you know, 4 cops surround my son. So my son, while he's talking to the police, my son is GPXing me his location. So I pull up on the police officers and I say to the officers, "Is there a problem?" And the officers say, "Mind your business." I say, "That's my son, officer. That is my business. I need to know what's going on right now." My son was really scared. And it kind of brought me to the realization, like, okay, this can happen to me, and this can happen to my family too. So, we just did something about it, and we wrote the song Empire, and we knew we wanted to. The way I explained to the video editor dude is, we're trying to get banned. I want this to be so graphic that there's a particular scene. If you ever see the video, there's a particular scene where a police officer completely unloads a clip, the whole gun on a pedestrian inside the car. There's a man of color, and he unloaded the gun on him. But what you don't know about that scene is there's a 4-year-old child in the backseat of that car. Now, if that's not reckless,
I believe that went viral as well, you know.
That's reckless. For a police to come shooting in the car like that, when there's a 4-year-old in the backseat of the car, that shit is crazy, man. And the video is graphic. We say it's graphic. We tell you that it's graphic. We wanted the video is such, it's a video / documentary. Because the sounds in it, we wanted you to really get the point. Really wanted you to know what's really going on in America. So when the cop is shooting, we did the music in a way where you actually hear that. There's one scene where the cop slams a 14-year-old boy on the ground on his face, busts all his teeth out of his mouth. And we let you hear that and what the radio response was and what they were saying. It's real graphics, real evil shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So, that video is it's awesome. And I think that video, in the first day, that video had it had like 4,000 views. It was at 10,000 like real quick, right? Like really quick. Like people was texting and calling in, yo, this shit is, I had to watch it 3 times. I felt some type of way.
Yeah. And that was the idea in the first place.
And that was the
idea, the awareness.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, but that's the police brutality side. And let me be clear about something too. The world needs police. I'm not one of those dudes like we don't need police. They're good cops and they're bad cops. We need police, otherwise people don't do what they want to do. But there's a difference. It's not. We're not anti-police. We're anti-police brutality.
That's right.
There's a difference. So we don't hate police. We love police, but the good police need to expose the bad ones. We need help in that area. That's where we need some help.
Man.
We need some help in that area. So,
do you think like the good police are like too scared to pipe up because?
I think it's a brotherhood, like any brotherhood. I think when you go into the military or something, these are my brothers. We band together. I think that when police make an oath to be the police. I think they also make an oath to band together and be brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's part of it. I'm sure good cops know some cops that are like, how was that dude a cop? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure some good cops know that there's some bad cops out there. And if they're not saying nothing, that's really not right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's just real crazy, man. There's a I don't know, man. In America, it just seems crazy. Like, why does one black man get pulled over and there's 5 police cars that pulled him over? Why y'all need 5 cops? Why y'all rushing this man like this? Why y'all need 5 cops, man? On a ticket, man. We don't do nobody else like that.
It's madness, you know what I mean? It's nowhere near as bad over here. But there was one instance, and it happened in London, right? Guy, the killing, them youths gone or whatever, them kill him. Riots all over the joint. You know what I mean? Riots all over the major cities. Nobody was safe. You know what I mean? If you had a business out here,
they was getting at you.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was it. Your windows getting smashed in, your goods was getting stolen, and that was that.
Yeah, when communities get affected by something, they will, there'll be violence in the street.
But
man.
this is an everyday thing over there where you at, though.
It's pretty bad, man. It's really bad. That's why we're trying to bring it. That's why we thought the biggest way that we could bring it to the attention of everybody is to bring it through Empire. We feel that we wanted the video to be violent. And we wanted it to be what it needed to be so that you could see firsthand what's going on. But this is not, if you watch the video for Empire, this is not an exaggeration at all. This is documented.
But that's real footage, though.
This is actual footage. This is real shit that went down, man. Parents are burying their babies, dog. It's madness, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's uncalled for, dude. So we had to give it to you in a way where you could feel it. And people come up to me all the time about that video. They be like, oh.
It's never been done before.
I felt some type of way when I saw that video, man.
There's been tunes like that before, but not visually?
Not visually like this.
No.
Nah, and these guys did a great job.
If you haven't seen the video,
you need to see it.
I suggest you go to YouTube
and see it.
and be prepared.
Yeah, be
you know
prepared,
what I mean?
yeah.
Because I only watched it like once or twice. First two times I was like, blood boiling, you know what I mean? We're over here.
Well, it make you feel some type of way, like, damn, you know. I mean, for me, for that incident when my son got pulled over by the police, for me it was like something where, okay, you got to do something now to make a difference. And even if it doesn't make a difference, at least it gets us in the conversation. Because if you watch the video Empire and then we conversate, we are fully engaged in the conversation of what we just saw. It's like word comprehension. It's like being able to comprehend what you've read. When you see it visually, there's something about visual that is just powerful. You know what I'm saying? Proof is in the pudding, like they say. So when you visualize it, it hits home. And for some people done had dealings. People's families done had dealings with the police. You know, so when you see a man get shot, there was what's his name? I forget this boy's name. There's a scene in the video where the police officer is in an open field and he just gunned money down, like he was tired to chase him.
Yeah, bomb.
He just bomb, and he put like 9 in him, and you see it, and you see him fall forward, right there. I mean, it was crazy, dog, and it's in the video. It's crazy. There's a scene where Whoopi Goldberg is in the video. There's a scene from that show. What's the show that Whoopi Goldberg's on? It's like the show where all the females, Whoopi's on that show.
Yeah.
And because they took, you know, all the footage that they used and everything was legal. We made sure we didn't want to be in litigation or anything, so we wanted to do it right.
Yeah.
And there's a part in there where Whoopi Goldberg is saying that I feel like we're being hunted. You know, you hear some shit like that come from Whoopi Goldberg in my video, you're thinking, okay, that's a big statement. That's big coming from her.
Massive.
That's big. So what that tells you is even celebrities is getting touched.
Real.
The struggle is real.
Yeah, man.
So, you know what I mean? That's the whole police brutality thing. We tried to bring awareness to it. And we thought that, and we knew that the radio, we knew that the radio would accept For You and Yours, which is the joint with Stephanie Adler. We knew that the radio would play that, but we felt the obligation to Empire. We felt the obligation to that record because of who we are and the platform that we have. So we went with Empire first. We knew Empire wasn't going to give us the results of For You and Yours because Stephanie Adler is her voice is amazing. You know what I'm saying? But we was able to, Empire had that impact, and then we got blessed. You know, and then I met Starrlight, and then we got to take it further because Starrlight jumped on the remix and took it further.
Yeah,
you know
man, I'll be definitely talking to her
and gave you like a woman's perspective of a black woman. So then, I just remember Rome in the studio calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yo, I'm asleep, man. What are you doing? Yo, man, Starrlight took the shit to the next fucking level, dog. Yo, for real, dog. Hold on. You gotta get the fuck up, son. I'm coming over there. No, don't come over. It's 3 in the morning. Okay, we love Starrlight, but she's not here. She's not here right now. Don't come over. But we was able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I feel like I'm the luckiest guy. And I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in America right now. I got Starrlight traveling with me. You know what I'm saying? I got Kemetstry traveling with me. You know what I'm saying? I got Shakezpeare traveling with me.
Big
all
up for
these
Shakezpeare.
people, you know what I'm saying? Big up. I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the world right now, man.
I want to give a big shout out to Cali Ranks as well, man. He's not in effect right now, but me and him, we had to joke last week on the show, man. You have to catch it on my Mixcloud though, man.
It was dope. It was dope.
He got a dotty laugh, man, like my old uncle or something, man. It's the truth, man. Yeah, man. Break down, preserve the culture, and what that means as well.
All right, the preserve the culture. It's one of my brands, and preserve the culture is great because preserve the culture is all about all the elements of hip hop. MCing, DJing, breakdancing, graffiti, and beatboxing.
The 5 pillars. Very cool.
And that's what preserve the culture is about. So just imagine if you was at a venue, and it was in a daytime venue, a daytime all the way to at night, and you went into the venue, and graffiti artists were not in competition.
Nah,
showing you
jamming
the
out,
skills,
vibing, yeah.
Graffiti artists, and after the graffiti artists, several DJs come up, start showing their skills. Then the break dancers come out, they start break dancing. Then all of that, the beatboxing at the end of the night, the performances from the artists. The great thing about Preserve the Culture, like I said, there will be, Preserve the Culture is the first venue and the only venue that puts the local artists right on the runway with the rest of the dudes.
That's what you need, man. That's what you need.
And that's real.
Yeah,
Nobody's doing that. We gotta stop forgetting where we come from.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't born with that gold record out there.
Yeah.
I didn't put PMD on. PMD put me on.
Yeah.
By PMD putting me on, it showed me he remembers where he come from. You know what I'm saying? So the local artist, he'll be able to sell his merchandise. He'll have a rider, just like the major artist has a rider. The local artist will be treated just like the regular artist, because the regular artists, they all used to be local artists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I don't know about y'all, those who rap, like I'm a fan of Starrlight. I'm a fan of Kemetstry. I'm a fan. Like I enjoy when I see them. I'm a fan, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So when you come to the Preserve the Culture event and you say, yo, who's that person rapping right there? Oh, yo, that's Kemetstry right there. So how did you know about Kemetstry? Oh man, the first time I saw Kemetstry, he was at that Preserve the Culture tour. And that's when I saw, so see, local artists will become famous.
Yeah, man.
And the famous ones will become fans.
Yeah, I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Deep, man.
You see how we're forgetting what's going on?
That's what needs to happen, really. Right.
That's what needs to happen. And that's why we out here to try to do that. And that's why we out here to try to find venues, because everyone, I know it's hard to believe that, RePPiN was actually a local artist one time.
Yeah, of course.
KRS-One was a local artist somewhere. So let's not be, it's local artists get love too.
Yeah.
So the main, the national artists, the original boom bap guys, they get a chance to really be a fan. See somebody continuing what they started.
The next generation.
How can you be mad at that?
Everyone have to start somewhere.
That's it, man. How you gonna be mad at that, bro? I think it's a great idea. And I also think it's to the point. I think Preserve the Culture is one of these venues where if you're a RePPiN or if you're a KRS-One, I'm thinking that you're thinking, man, before I die, I got to do that Preserve the Culture tour. I got to be involved with that, brothers. How can I not be? This is continuing what I started. So why would I not want to?
Exactly. Is that giving back business?
I almost feel like you're obligated. Why you ain't obligated? You obligated, man. Because somewhere in this crowd is the next RePPiN.
Yeah, you got it.
So you obligated, bro. Yeah, man. And that's Preserve the Culture. And that's what we out here to do.
I love that, man. Big you up for even coming out here. Yeah, you know what I mean? You could have chose any radio station,
I know, we wanted to come out here. I mean, Carlos, big up to Carlos.
Big ups to Carlos, man.
He runs the label in the United States. IMG. He love you, Grandbody P. And me talking to you, as long as I've been talking to you, it didn't matter how far this was. I was coming to see you. I wanted to come see you.
I appreciate that, man.
And I'm glad that I came, because there's a lot of people in here, man. And I like his energy.
A lot of talented brothers and sisters up in here, man, for real.
We'll recognize real, innit? We'll recognize real, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And I'm what this man looked like he came to buy the building. And he in there spazzing out in there. I'm like, hold up, man. It's just, you feel me though? It's just good, bro. It's good. I love my people, bro.
You gotta do it right, man.
Together,
25th anniversary. You grew up over here, so it's only right that you celebrate it over here.
That's why I had to come back, man.
And I've had to call on certain guys.
Here, I had to come back here. But when I come back here, that's what I'm saying. And see, that's what I'm saying. I ain't just come back here to be coming back. You know what I'm saying? I came back here, the label, the label got me the places, the houses, the state. But as far as my ticket and everything, I came here on my own dollar. That's how much I believe in what we're getting ready to do here. England has shown me so much love. From 1993 They've shown me so much respect and so much love. I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna take care of y'all, bro. And I'm gonna make sure these local artists get their respect.
Do you see similarities then?
I do.
With the grind and the hustle and the way people are taking it real, making real shit.
The thing is that the thing that, and just like me and you talked earlier, the thing that's going on over here in England and in London on you guys' side, the rap crews are very cliquish. Nobody don't work together, and that's got to stop.
It's got to change, man.
That's got to stop because this is not the by yourself business.
Nah. I do nothing.
This is the music industry. This is not the by you. You can't do this by yourself. So stop doing that. Stop it already.
Tell him again.
You know what I'm saying? These dudes over here, listen, these dudes over here got the studio. He got the dope beats. Y'all got the microphone. These dudes over here got the lyrics. Oh, son got the speakers. Stop playing. Why we ain't doing this? Because you're clicking, this clicking. Y'all wear red and he wear green, and this dude don't like this dude. And I grew up with these dudes, and that dude, man, fuck all that, man. Get this money, man. Stop playing, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stop playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. But you know what? They don't got to get it. Because they going to see what me and you do.
They get left.
They going to see, you know what I'm saying? Once they leave the train, don't miss the train. They going to miss the train.
Sleeping.
It's all good. It's a whole lot of people miss the train. But guess what? I love when you miss the train, because guess what? It's more seats on that motherfucker. So I love when you miss the train. So keep running your mouth and miss the fucking train. Because I'm going to sit in 2 seats and recline my feet while you waiting on the fucking train. You feel me? So I'm just saying, be smart about it. I need you, you need me. Why can't we just come to that? I need you, you need me, let's do this.
Preach.
It ain't rocket scientists. I live by NASA, y'all don't. NASA is 20 miles from my house. Y'all don't live, no, so stop making this shit rocket science.
Real talk.
Because it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And that's really what, like, I mean, you had a great conversation.
Yeah, we're on the same page, innit?
We are, man. I mean, do you agree with me?
100%.
It's crazy, 100%. It's crazy, like...
There's too much madness going on.
There's too much madness going on, and ain't nobody... And guess what? Madness, no productivity.
100%. 100%.
And that's gotta stop, man.
Uniqme, man. Yo, about a pleasure.
Bad
We're gonna call. We are gonna party in a while. I wanna talk to some of these other artists as well, you know what I mean? The co-host C Brothers has arrived as well, man. She's gonna be joining us.
Just hook us up with the Broccoli Connect, though.
The former music of life recording artist Uniqme is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Hoodzmen's EP released in the UK with his new official EP titled Born to Do It, which includes 2 smash hit singles and videos. Empire, featuring the former Def Jam Platinum recording artist Callie Ranks, and For You and Yours, featuring Stephanie Adler. Production by Big Beats, Earth City Music Group, and Fourth Quarter Entertainment. Available wherever music is sold in 2018.
What you reppin'?
You can't see all this stupid shit you've been doing to me. Now hold up, wait a moment, I got something to say. Surely when the lover wanna hold her, it shouldn't be this way. Be her maker, forsaker, where she wanna go, you take her. But with me, it's never been the same. You call me a gold digger, but I know you ain't making big figures. Funny how it's repaying your friends, and you wonder why my love spends. Yeah. You can't pay back the time that I wasted. You're making me think that I'm crazy, but baby, your love pumping will make you lazy. Pumping will make you lazy. You can't pay back the time that I wasted. may be pain, little tears, cold and blending to the rain. Like no, ain't that stupid bitch. Like no, I don't deserve it. Like no, you can't fix my face, mama, listen, move on. Mama, how the game goes, I was doing faithful. Been a week since I left, goddamn, you know you lost the best, and I know that I could have you back, but I won't. Come on. You can't pay back the time that I've wasted. You're making me think that I'm crazy for baby, you're not moving with
I only got peace to a certain extent. Nowadays, those peace too big and how we get. The ladies on the gym, cool water busting. Cold China ain't nothing going on but the rent. Bitch, I'm in the house like a burglar, killing like a murderer. Man, I move my peace to Siberia. So I can't see when the folks in the shop. Helicopters out lit, hover over the block. Blood stains the ground. Red got my clothes worn it. Caught up in the beat, got hit with a knife. See them laid on the street, trying to fight for his life. From the long me in the cellar, bread, for the night. I found God that is doing good. I wish we all could get along in my neighborhood. But certain things go too far, like cancer, you can't kill. I wish we all could spread love on this show and get real. Yo! So real! Everybody say so real! Everybody say! Everybody say! Everybody say!
Yes. You're listening to the RePPiN4U hip hop show right now. The BDSIR network, the best damn show in Wild1 Radio with your boy Grand Body P. Co-host Miss C Brown, how you doing?
Yo. All good, man.
You reach?
I reach, man.
Yeah, but boy, 25th anniversary, man. You know what I mean? You had to come through, man. I have to pick you up for that, man. You know what I mean? And we're gonna practice what Uniqme has been preaching. You know what I mean? With that said, I want to introduce my next guest right now. I got the man on my side, Krystatic. What's good?
What's going on, man? Krystatic representing UK all day, man. Shout out, man. Shout out, man.
The man called Kemetstry.
Yo, Wild1 peeps.
Tired. Yo, which part you come from, man?
Huddersfield, West Yorkshire.
Jeez!
I come from the country, man.
You bring any tea?
Yes!
I'll introduce myself in it.
So. This man needs no introduction, man.
No introduction. Big Beasy. That's my name. Check it out. At Big Beasy Music. Plug. Get
the plug on.
Plug.
What? Yeah, man. Yo, thanks for all coming through, man. I mean, man. Yo, Kemetstry, I want to start with you real quick, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how you jumped into the game? You know what I mean? And just tell us your story, man.
I've been in the game 10 years, man. I started out with a group, then went solo. I joined a record label. Got videos and got an MTV bass. A show called From the Ends. So I did that. Been on Channel U, One Extra. From back in 2007.
Oh man, Channel U, you know. Just a real quick thing. Shout out to Channel U, aka Channel AKA. They recently shut down, man. From what I've been hearing. Oh dear, that is bad. That is a tragedy. No mumble rap, no trap music, man. You know what I mean? We don't do that over here, man. You know what I mean?
Listen, I like trap music, so it's
It's gotta be the right one, though, isn't it?
I don't, I'm just like whatever. If it sounds good, I'm with it.
So
me hurts my ears, but
I know.
We can't do it. But the way I discovered you now, right? It was through like a Dr. Dre freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
First ego track.
Yeah, man, that's it. Yeah, man, tell us about that, man, because that was just like out of nowhere, man. I just got put onto you. I was like, oh, snap. I was like, yo, we got to get this guy on the show, man. So
basically, I was called Spider Lee, but I changed my name to Kemetstry.
Okay, so what happened there? Is that like another AKA or?
Yeah, because the name Spider Lee didn't really have a meaning to it. So with the Kemetstry, it's Kemet as in Kemetstry, you know what I'm saying? So I changed the name a little there. So I thought I'd come back out my first Kemetstry track. So I thought I'd do something what everyone knows, like a Dr. Dre beat. I just smashed it, man. Smashed it, man. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, man, we got the man called Krystatic over here.
What's going on?
Man, I know. The way I discovered you was kind of unorthodox, you know, because I know the dude named Andrew Osborne.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, what I mean, if you all know, you know, what I mean, if you're a Wolverhampton citizen, you know Andrew Osborne's story. I won't go into it now. You know what I mean? That's something else entirely. But like, what's your relationship with him, man? Because he appeared in your video.
The relationship is pretty cool. You know, it started out like, you know, he was out in a city centre, and then I saw him, and then he listened to my music. He liked it. We just got talking. And I said, I've got a music video coming up, you know, do you want to come down to it? And he said, yeah, and he turned up, and then we got him in the video, and it was all good from there. So it's just about connections, really. It's about who you know, really. And his management were really cool as well. So just keep that contact to the side, you know. It's when you need that right person, you know, to boost up your following and boost you up as well. It's good to get in contact with them, and then you can bring them down for your video shoots and stuff like that, and collaborations, etc. and that.
Yeah, man, he's a good dude, man. Yeah. I mean, big shout outs to Andrew Osborne.
Yeah.
Big Beasy. Yeah. Jeez, right. First and foremost, I need to big you up for coming out here, right? You know what I mean? The flyer said more to be announced, and that's what happened. You heard the core. You thought I've got to be out here, man.
I'm there, mate. I'm there.
And you got a few tunes out there, but one did pop out. One did pop out at me for obvious reasons. I'm a woo head, right?
Yeah. I'm a one, was it?
That's the one. That's the one with the Gambinos.
Yeah, you know that one.
I heard. I was like, yeah. I'm thinking to myself, is he allowed to do that?
Nah. Quick answer, nah. But, you know what I mean? You gotta make moves, man. You know what I mean? You can't just, yeah. I mean, I'm not making no money off nothing, so it ain't like that, man. It's promotion.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get out there. I'm sure RZA can pattern me up properly anyway. We'll have a little chat.
Yeah.
No problem.
I know them ones, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're not making money off it, then don't worry yourself. What? There's a lyric in there though, and what you say, and I mean, true say, Uniqme talked about police brutality and you know and all that stuff. There's a lyric in there. You said something like trying to get away from the police, right? Before Kanye went loco.
Yeah, what it is.
Yeah. Break that down.
The hook says I was out there ducking from the popo way before Kanye West went loco.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, I mean, it's a bit cheesy just playing on it, but yeah, what I'm saying is, I'm running around like a lunatic way before he lost before he even came out there.
Yeah. So did you have like problems with the police like that back then, or?
Yeah, I haven't lived a sheltered life. Let's say that. Do you know what I mean? I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna clarify now, but it's. All the mistakes I've made have been on my own 2 feet, do you know what I mean? And I take that and then you put it into the music, positive or negative, and that's what we do. It's about expression. You know what I mean? And that's what I've always done from the start, do you know what I mean? I started spitting when I was 14, I'm like 30 now. It's no messing around, it's been a long time coming. And it would have happened a lot sooner if I hadn't been messing around doing them stupid things. Let's not go into details. I think we all know.
No, we haven't got that sort of time. Maybe for another show, man. Yeah. Maybe for another show. Yeah. Matter of fact, that same goes for you, Kemetstry. That same goes for you, Krystatic, man. You're all free to happen, man. Yeah. See, Brad, you got any questions to ask these guys real quick before we hit them off with some tracks of their choosing?
I want to know what the scene's like in it. Did it say it's Huddersfield? What's the scene like up there? Because I wouldn't really have thought that was a spot, you know.
Well, put it this way, we've had I've done sketch with KRS-One, actually sided with him, like 1-2 might have passed the KRS one. Supported Farrah Munch, Killer Priest, there's a scene up there.
Okay.
And this venue, it's one venue called the Parish. Big up the Parish anyway. It's one venue bringing all these people through.
Yeah.
Sort out.
Okay.
Hold about 200 people.
Yeah.
Sell out.
Okay.
There's a scene there. There's just a queer up in the country.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I would never have even thought that was somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying?
Really, it is. Yeah. Plus now we're in the Prem as well, so things are a bit different. But yeah, the thing, but true say, like Huddersfield is in between Leeds and Manchester as well. So you get people from Leeds and Manchester going to Huddersfield as well. There's a scene there. It could be better, but there's a scene there.
Okay. Because when I think of Huddersfield, I think about is it the Huddersfield Massacre or something? Like there's something that happened kind of crazy in Huddersfield. Some guy like went on a rampage. Do you know what I'm talking about? You've not even heard like.
It's ringing a bell.
I've heard about it.
I know it was time ago.
Years ago.
But that's what I think of when I hear Huddersfield. Do you know what I'm saying?
That person you're talking about, if I'm talking about the right, if you're talking about the right thing, that is my stepdaughter's dad who killed himself.
Whoa.
Wow.
If you're on about a guy in Huddersfield went on a rampage, he had like a shotgun and he ended up being surrounded by the police. That's my stepdaughter's dad. That's I raised his child. That's my daughter. I'm raising his child.
Wow.
If that's what you're on about, I think that's what you're on about.
I think that must be it because it was a while ago.
Years ago. She's 20 now, so and I raised her when she was 2-year-olds.
Wow.
That's crazy that is.
Yeah, no, easy, for real.
I just said that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what pops into my head, you know what I'm saying? So I don't associate Huddersfield with anything else, you know what I mean? So I guess it's that whole thing of like negativity kind of like sticks, that's what you...
It's for the plot there, innit? You know what I'm saying?
So, okay, well it's interesting to know that there's hip-hop and stuff.
There is.
So it centres around that like particular venue, the parish?
The parish, they've got a next place called Small Seeds, and there's another place called the OST Bar, something like that. Them three places there, they do like hip hop events and obviously do brand, they do garages, you know, all sorts.
Yeah.
There's a scene up there for everything.
Huddersfield then?
DJ, get a DJ Q?
DJ Q, the name rings a bell.
It's the bassline DJ. You know that song called back in the day called You What?
Yeah.
It's them on there. Yeah.
When you said DJ Q, I thought...
Yeah. Them on there, they're there.
When you said DJ Q, I thought with DJ Clue there's a store.
No, DJ I wish you them on from my ends there, yeah.
Okay. Cool, man.
I want the fucking culture like the winner. I swear to God, so my clippers everything up 10 days. Is on point before I am. This ain't some shit. Tell me straight up like a lyrics over how many it's got no killer gas trap. It's all a jet black ninja. Coming when you ain't that surrender. Step inside the ring, you the number one contender. Looking go booty like your pussy in December. Niggas stop bitching, wanting up your liquor. From method all you getting is the get ass with it. Hey, I be kicking, you suck. Doing all the gabbing, acting as if it can't happen. The party got me mad, tell me touch up. It won't be shining, it ain't a paper bust up. But what you want, nigga, bump, nigga. I got a 6-shooter and the whole thing trigger. It's real, 94, 24. Kicking down your goddamn door. The world, yeah, shit. Everything you get, you got to work hard. I'm saying, yeah,
Let me record this down.
So check this out. So you didn't hear? So you haven't heard the joint with me and Cannabis and Coogee Rap?
No.
That Iron Bars?
We don't get nothing over here, bro. Honestly, that it's mad.
That shit's stupid. A motherfucker came out the street and grabbed me out the street. Where it was like, yo, I heard that shit. He sounded like, I don't know, he sounded like he was from fucking Scotland Yard or some shit. He pulled me out the street like, yo, I heard that shit. I was like, thanks, bro. I was scared. I was nervous. Like, I was like,
wow.
Damn, bro, she's dope. But yeah, man. He's a good, he's a
lyricist, man.
Yeah, man, he is, man.
Cannabis called G-Rap, no barriers.
And G-Rap did the hook.
Yeah.
He did the hook, and yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna front, dog. I ain't gonna front. I was feeling myself. Yo, listen, I ain't gonna front. Me and Papoose mashed that shit.
Yeah, man.
We mashed the blood. Mashed that.
Yeah, man.
Mashed that. Lock up.
Ting get the lock up.
Shut it down, big man.
My name is Starrlight. It's my first time that I'm in the UK. So we're gonna have some fun, y'all. Give it up for DJ Shorty. Give it up for the Chip Shop. And give it up for your damn self for being here tonight. Let's go. Starrlight. finally, these boys is nasty. Everybody here did a great job, and I know Mike bringing y'all back. Cause you know why? Cause me and Kelly coming and we bringing y'all back. That's what we gonna do. It's gonna be crazy. That's gonna definitely jump off. So yo, on that note, Starrlight, we're gonna get into the remix of Empire. Yeah. Give it up for Uniqme, y'all. Yo, welcome to America. Yeah.
Wild1 Network, the best damn show in Wild1 Radio. Grand body PBC Brown, preserving the culture, the 25th anniversary. Big ups to the man called Uniqme. My next special guest in our building, Loaneski, what up?
I'm good, man. What are you saying?
Yo, it's been a minute though. It's been a minute, man. Over here, from the Netherlands, Starrlight, how are you doing?
What's good? I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right, man. You know what I mean? Thanks for coming out here, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Took the chip shop in Brixton, turned it on its head top. That's what you did. Good God Almighty, they were not ready. They're not ready. Alexis, what up?
Well, go on. What are you saying? You good?
Yeah, man. Yo, it's been a minute since we chatted as well, man.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, man. We got some new projects. We're gonna be talking about that briefly.
Yep.
The King. Kupid, what up?
I like that intro though. I can do that. Yeah, man, I'm good still. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I heard you not long come of age.
Hey, I ain't come of age yet. I'm only 28. Ain't come of age. Coming of age makes me sound like 30 or something.
You're not far off. Not far off. Nah, man, on the real, big all of you up for coming on this show, man. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing right now, man. 25 years for Uniqme, 1993 and all that. But Kupid, I want to start with you, man. You know what I mean? You know why? Because Uniqme earlier in the show was talking about the whole police brutality, how it's rank, it's out of order and bright, all that shit, right? Here's the thing. I read upon you, and you was kind of a victim yourself. Is that right?
Yeah. I don't know where you read it because I keep it quiet, but yes, I'm happy to share it. But yeah, it was 2012 in Wolves, and it was just one of them things. It was kind of like there was stuff happening in town. We were just out, St. Patrick's Day. We were having a drink and whatnot, and my brother's birthday as well is also St. Patrick's Day. Some fight happened in town, nothing to do with us. We walking past, the police come, everything's done by then. This fight's done, but the police were bored in it.
Oh Lord!
And I don't know if I need to say anything else about it. But police were bored. They see us a coloured crowd.
Coloured.
I don't even know what coloured. It ain't even crowd.
Green ones.
Crowd. There was a black.
Green with purple spots.
3 black men and 2 black women. Do you know what I mean? It's not even like we're a big group of us or nothing like that. It was just
just a little.
Right. Exactly. And it's all family. It's a nice vibe, and we're just out, and it's the end of the night, and literally, out of nothing, just they tried to split us up. It's like, well, we're all going to the same place, and they're trying to split us up. And he says, well, that's my cousin. I'm trying to stay with my cousin. Trying to split us up. I says, okay, I need to be with my cousin because he's got my bank card or whatever. I tried to make some excuse up. Got CS gassed, and then literally about 4 or 5 police start punching me up, grabbing me up, throwing me down.
You was literally not minding your own business.
Yeah, literally. The fight that happened was a DJ, and he was, I ain't even gonna say his name, but he was beating up his sister. And then she's got off in a taxi, and it was after she's got off that the police had turned up. So it was literally the perpetrators had gone. But they've come and they were bored.
Well, mistaken identity. Not even mistaken identity. It was more like, oh, we didn't get them. Oh well, we're gonna make this trip worthwhile.
Exactly.
Let's get him.
Exactly.
Let's get him.
And the judge said in court, after seeing the videos and the evidence and everything like that, the judge said, well, now remember, there's 2 parties in this. There's us, who were just out on a night out, and there's the police who were apparently doing their job. The judge says it's clear that both parties were under the influence of drugs and alcohol.
Both parties.
Hang on. Wait.
If the judge can stand up in court and say that, and we're still the ones that got convicted for it. Oh yeah, absolutely.
What?
Yeah. So I had to do what's it called, community service. Yeah. For assault PC, which is obviously, but you have to. I'm one of them people. I don't know. I get past things. and I think it was 2012. It's not got any better. Like my situation's got better, but the situation ain't got no better. And I think you try and I work with kids, so I talk to my kids about the fact that the as much as you've got to be out there and you've got to do what's good for you, but you've got to be extra good. If you're black, if you're mixed race, if you're Asian, you've got to do even better. Because you got to work twice as hard. Being in the wrong place at the right time ain't good enough. And that might work for someone who's born privileged. Being in the wrong place or the right place at the wrong time, or the wrong place at the wrong time, or whatever it is, that ain't gonna work for some of us. And I think I try and drum that into their heads that actually you've got to be extra careful. You've got to be twice as cautious. And in those kind of situations, my sister was phoning me when we had you mentioned the riots earlier. My sister was phoning me when we had them riots, because I wanted to go to McDonald's with my brother. We wanted to just go for a walk to McDonald's. She was like, nope, stay in the house. Stay in the house, because if they catch you out there, it's peak. Exactly.
Boy.
Yeah, man, it's a madness. It's a madness. Oh, that's my battery.
Oh dear, that means your time done. Your time done. Yeah, man, on to Starrlight, the superstar of the chip shop Brixton, man. Like, holy smokes. You just went off on one, man. And you didn't even have a hype, man. You know what I mean? Going behind you like this and everything. How you feeling in the UK? Is this your first time out here?
It's my first time, and it's awesome. Great people, great vibes. It kind of reminds me like Holland. It's kind of the same. Actually, to be honest, yeah. That's great. You've been to Holland, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, boy, I'm gonna have to start making my debut, man. You know what I mean? It's not looking good, man. You try and make me look bad, but yeah, man. Uniqme was saying you had to jump on the track, man. Like, how did that even start from your perspective, man? Did you like hear the track and thought, I've got to jump on this, or how did it all start?
No, B.D.S.I, his European manager, actually connected me with him. She told me that he was a big fan of my music, and then introduced me to him, and then the rest was history. Yo, he told me, yo, jump on this remix. I need you on this remix. And as soon as I heard like the original version, I was like, okay, let me hear the Empire remix. And then I heard the remix, and I was like, okay, it's on.
Oh snap! It's really good that come from you, and especially from the Netherlands. I mean, is there any more any examples of the brutality out there
in Holland?
Do you know of?
No, not as hard as it is in America though. They don't really like shoot people. They beat them up. They beat them up to the fullest, and then act like nothing happened, and act like it's their fault, or just give them chokeholds, and then they die, and then it's like, oh no, it was an accident. I'm sorry. He never cooperated. Stuff like that. So they know shoot, but they do it like in a sneaky way. You feel me?
And still get away with it.
Right. They hide behind it.
No, sir. No, I mean that's ridiculous, man. C Brown, you got any questions for Loaneski? He's come out from Leicester. Alexis, he's from out here. He's got some new music out.
Is it Loaneski?
Loaneski.
Because I've seen you on Instagram. I'm sure I might be following you. I think I've tagged you in something. Because you performed at was it the Low-Key event put on by VJ and them. So yeah, I think that's when I first kind of like came familiar with you. So how long have you been doing what you're doing, and do you like stay in Leicester, or like where do you venture out to? Like, how does it go down for you?
So I started writing when I was at the age of 8, but then I'm into my religion quite a bit. So I guess maybe at the age of 14, that's when I started to drift a bit. And at that time, I know grime was hitting the UK quite a bit. Gone to grime a bit, and then one day one of my mates was like, yo, why don't you try hip hop? So I jumped on a Mobb Deep beat. It was the beat from the Getaway track. And then I posted it up back in the day when I was on MySpace. Did like a little, you know, blog, which one was better. And a lot of people were like, you know what, you're better on hip hop. So I've been doing it since then. I've been part of a group called Business Fam, which was well known in Leicester. We got to BBC Radio Leicester. In fact, they liked a commercial track from us and a dubstep track. But boys will be boys. Some of my mates started fighting over women, so I took a step back and I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm out. So after 6 years, the band, the group sort of went their separate ways. I then thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to carry on with music. So I dropped my debut EP called Black Thoughts. And as I'm a conscious artist, I was surprised by how much of attention I was getting from the media. Because when I started when I was 16 and I was trying to get my foot in the door, I'm not going to drop no names, but a lot of the guys and girls that were at the top, they were like, no, we're not letting you go through. Like, why are you jumping on this conscious vibe, this and that, it's not going to sell. 10 years later, I'm still around and they're nowhere to be seen at all, you know. And like last year, I dropped my second EP entitled Lone Wolf. That's what actually got me onto the low key, you know, set. And then from there, I've not had to look back, you know. Supported Pharaoh Monch. I know Grant was there. Also supported Killer Priest in Manchester and in Leicester as well. And I'm a youth worker myself, so I work with a lot of young people, you know, and I help them on the songwriting and performance side of things, because anybody that's watched me perform, they know that I'm very energetic and passionate, and if the crowd's not doing what I think they should be doing, I will get at them. But yeah, man, I do tend to perform sometimes outside of Leicester, but the thing is with Leicester is we've got a very group of talented artists, especially in our hip-hop scene, but the problem's always been the egos, especially the clicky business that Uniqme was on about. Look, we've had this, honestly, we've had this for years. You don't understand. Like, even some of the elders, again, I don't want to drop no names, but sometimes when I'm performing, these will walk out. And then now I've heard it's a race thing. It's a race thing. So a lot of the guys are like, yo, bro, but you're brown, you're Asian, you don't know about hip hop. I'm like, shut the fuck up, listen. Listen to KRS-One, what does he say? You have to add your own culture in order to be hip hop, do you know what I mean? Exactly. So at the end of the day, I don't look at it as a race thing, you know. I'm fortunate enough to have a family that is actually very multicultural. Like, it's almost a mini United Nations. I'm not gonna lie, my family is, you know, and I love to work with different people. But like I said, since I dropped the EP, I think I've broken down the barriers a bit. Also getting involved in events management as well. So I teamed up with VJ from Eva FM, VJ from Too Funky Arts as well, and we managed to put on a open mic night called Pro Artists, which was this Wednesday, and it was just amazing to turn up. Lots of people came, and one of the things I noticed was it weeded out all the folks that were like, yeah, we care about the scene. It really did. So for me, at the minute, I would say, especially this year, it's about just breaking down this whole fucking egotistical trip that a lot of these artists are on, because they get a few thousand views and they think I pop. But it's funny because, like, if you type in my name in iTunes and Spotify, you won't find me. You won't find me at all. I've just got my stuff on SoundCloud, and I showed people, look, you don't need to jump on that bandwagon. Yeah, I put my stuff on Bandcamp, but that's a completely different story. And I managed to get like over 4,000 views maybe on both of the videos, you know, and some people that know me will know that I actually went all out in terms of finances. I took a loan out, I went overdrawn God knows how many times, and I don't care, because at the end of the day, the way I've been brought up is, in order to make it, you have to sacrifice. You have to make sacrifices. So I tend to put my health on the line quite a bit. So last year, a lot of people won't know this, but at the low-key event, I found I had a hernia. So I've been performing all the way since the 2nd of May. That's when I had my surgery. And then literally 3 weeks later, I'm supporting Rodney P and Skinny Man as well. You know, so it's like, yeah, I've not looked back, to be honest with you.
You know what?
Okay, sounds like an amazing journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm really interested in, like, you know, making that transition from grime to hip hop, because a lot of artists tend to do that.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as they get a little bit more noticed, the beats kind of like slow down, the spitting slows down, and they go more towards like the hip hop side of things, and that's been like a common thing I've noticed. You know,
it really has. But for me, I guess I grew up in hip hop. This is the thing. So a lot of people, when they look at me, they're like, "You're 26, but you know about Public Enemy." I'm like, "Yeah," and I guess it's maybe my skin color. I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of people are turning around like, "Bro, how do you know so much?" I'm like, I did my research. Nobody told me. I remember the first time when I went into the studio, I didn't know what a verse was. I didn't know what a chorus was. I was just writing bars. And then my mentor at the time, so Sean Harvey, he was like, you know what, go home and just find out what they are. And I remember that summer, it was my first year of college. Literally, I wrote an entire album, came back within the space of a week, so we recorded it, and bam, the results were there, you know. But yeah, with grime, I think for me it was because the beats and the tempo, it just sounded so exciting, you know. It's completely different. So that's the reason why I got into grime, if I'm honest with you. But then later on, I got bored of it because it's not the same as it used to be, you know, with the Lord of the Mics and everything, and the ciphers and stuff. I think it's lost its essence a bit. And a lot of the so the legends, so the guys that were doing it, I don't think some of them really stayed back to help the generations that were coming through, like nurturing them. Because I've heard Wiley so many times, oh, it's about the young talent, this and that. And then I'm scratching my head thinking, yeah, but how many people have you brought through though? You know, fair enough, he's brought Chipmunk through and Ice Kid through. Whereas like, what about everybody else? And it's always like, yeah, London, 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 London. And it's like, dude, I've seen like the talent in Manchester, Birmingham, you know, Wolverhampton as well. And it's crazy, and Nottingham as well. So why don't you get guys and girls from there? But, yeah, that's a total different story.
That is, I mean, you know, the scene is very London-centric anyway. And even like when you step outside of the UK, what they tend to know is London.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's no surprise to me that people from London don't really branch out of London to pick up other artists or to do stuff out of London, because the scene is down there. They don't really need to do that. It's like we're expected to like go down there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not expected for them to come up here. So I've always been about, you know what, it's about us making our own noise where we are. True. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that we're doing our own thing, so that people actually want to come to us and be like, nah, let me go Leicester, because you know what, that shit's popping up there. Or let me go Birmingham, yo, what's going on up there? Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's the way that I kind of look at it, because they've got no reason to come outside of London. You know what I'm saying?
No, they do.
But the scene's down there, so for them...
because they've got a scene, so they're thinking, well, we've got a scene, why are we travelling up why are we travelling up there to listen to you when actually we've got bare people here?
Exactly.
Like, we've got a massive scene down here.
But then...
And it's true, it's something different, it's a totally... We've got another vibe up here, we've got another vibe, we've got different artists, we've got things that they haven't got, but I think a lot of it is, we, like you said, the egos, we ain't making enough noise, and there's a lot of artists from the Midlands who, as soon as they get a little bit of recognition, it's like, okay, I need to keep this recognition for myself. I can't share it. I know people who are falling out with friends, or people who have just stopped talking to people because it's like, I know that the artist is sick, but I can't have them around me because they might steal my line.
One of us blows, everybody blows.
Exactly. This is what I say. I've got my people around me, and like I had a gig yesterday, and literally every time I've got a gig, if they're there, I say yo, let's do that song that we were on together. Like I try and have a song with all of my people, so that as soon as they're at an event, I can say, yo, let's do this. Do you know what I mean? But there's a lot of artists who just won't do that. there's artists who I know because I put on shows. I've got a show coming up, and I put him on, and I'm thinking, why my man looking after you though? And it's like, because obviously it's not for me to say, but he's got something more about him than the artist that has inverted commas blue. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of, it's one of them. It's like as soon as they get their little limelight, it's like I don't want that talented person around me anymore because I don't want them to steal my limelight. There's a lot of artists like it.
Yeah,
and I think in London it's so kind of everyone can have that limelight because it's such a big spotlight in London. They do share it and they'll say, yeah, come through, yo. Come through because there's more space to do it.
Is it possibly because when you're up there and you actually do make it, it's not as easy as you think to bring people through?
I don't think it's ever been easier, if I'm honest with
Exactly. So when we're sitting here going, actually, why didn't my man bring X through or my man bring... Because it's not that easy.
There is that.
Unless you're an independent artist and you've made it independently, then you can say, you know something, I'm going to bring my man through because he's an independent, I'm independent, I'm going to put him on a track. If you're on a label, it's a little bit difficult because the label go, I don't want him on the track. I want him to the track with my man instead.
Nah, there is that. There's definitely that.
I know it's always going to be the story, and we always, as independent artists, we're always going to have that struggle, and it's always going to be, there are going to be cliques, and there are going to be, I suppose, hotspots of music. One of the main hotspots is London. We know this. The scene is getting bigger in terms of there are artists now that are mainstream, such as like Mist, Steel Bangles from the Midlands. Mike Skinner is a massive example of how big the Midlands was. But he did it. But he didn't. You could say, well, who did he bring through?
Yeah.
Well, he brought through the Mitchell Brothers. Kano was part of him. So when you look at actually what he's done a lot, but it's still very small in comparison to what happens in London. But I just don't think it's as, I think we all have the same struggle, but I just don't think it's as easy. And I think until one of us gets there and goes, actually, let me bring Kupid through, or let me bring Loaneski through, or let me bring Krystatic through, or Starrlight, you're then going to go, actually, I can't. But then the name allowing me to.
I think it's part of a mindset as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
It is. I think you're right.
I do think that, you know, because really and truly, we're sitting there saying, oh, it's hard to do this and it's hard to do that, but certain things you can still do and you can still be in control of as an artist if you really want to. Do you know what I'm saying?
How much creative control as artists do we actually have?
You mean when you're signed?
Just in general. Apart, not independently, because independent doesn't... you can do whatever you want as an independent artist. When you sign, how much creative control do you have unless you come from an independent label who's got money?
But then I think it comes down to the artist. You need to fight for it.
I agree.
You need to fight for it because if you... The way I look at it is, at the end of the day, whatever you want to talk about, you talk about it, you know what I mean? Because there's some people out there that talk about shooting this and that, but then they don't do it. That's on them. That's on them, you know what I mean? And then you got some people that've gone through that, but they're not doing that anymore.
And don't rap about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
And I agree with that,
If a label said to me that, okay, you know, we're going to sign you, you're going to get X amount a year, but you're not allowed to talk about this anymore, you're not allowed to be you anymore, and you have to talk about this anymore, which isn't anything to do with what you agree with, I couldn't do that myself. Do you know what I mean?
That's where you question. But that's where you question, what is your reason for doing music? Do you do music because you just want to make music, or do you do music because you're trying to achieve fans and you're trying to achieve a star status or notoriety? Because there's one thing getting fans and there's one thing having a loyal fan base.
Yeah, exactly.
And they are two different things.
Fans is a hype.
Yeah.
Do you know,
an actual core fan base who, you know, every time you drop an album they are going to buy. You can sell 1,000 copies straight away. Yeah, you might not have the best fan base, but actually you could live from music.
Yeah, for real.
That is very difficult to achieve and accomplish.
But you see, I think that comes down to socializing with those fans.
Possibly.
You know, honestly, it comes down to it. Like, seriously, like, not bragging, but every time I've been on a show, especially in Leicester, and I've had to sell tickets, the guys that are meant to have blown, I'm selling more than them. And I've looked at it and it's like, right, because you guys know how to create hype online, but when it comes to socializing with folks, you don't know how to do that.
Stay humble.
I'm a bit of an abrupt individual, as I've been described as he knows.
over there.
He knows. So I tend to speak my mind, and I know it touches a lot of people's nerves.
It's good.
You know. I know. But when it comes to talking to people, I don't know. For some reason, it's like, okay, cool. You know what? You're okay. Before that, it's like you look like a serious dude. Like I don't want to chat to you, innit? Or you look intimidated a bit. But yeah, it comes down to socializing, I believe, man. Like the more you talk to people and whatnot, especially when you want to obtain fans and that, I think that's the key. Yeah, socializing in person.
You have to be a human person. Look, you have to be human. You have to be approachable. You have to show humility or whatever, because people want to be able to connect with you on a normal human level. You know something? My man's cool, you know. And chatting to him, he signed my hat, or he gave me a free CD. What people love that. People love that stuff.
It's that connection, isn't it?
It is.
You know, that human connection. That's definitely important for real.
Guys, we could do this all night, you know. I know you guys could do this all night. I've only got a 2-hour show though. That's my problem. I've only got a 2-hour show. DJ Smith, sort it out. You know what I mean? It's a bad man. Guys, boy, it's time to party, man. It's time to party. Starrlight, I hope you're ready.
I'm always ready, yo.
She ready? Call Uniqme. Let's do this shit!
What you reppin'?
Shutting that hard white no. You ain't even on the level. You're lying to the listeners. You ain't danced with the devil. You lift it hard right. You was out on the block. Shutting that hard white no. You ain't even on the level. You're lying to the listeners. You ain't danced with you're as fake as they come. Second to none. All my enemies gone. Yes, I won. So who's next to come test me? A gladiator with no fight, so who's gonna bless me? Huh? Let's be clear. Shakezpeare raised the ball with no fear. You ain't from around here. Shit can get dirty low down around here. Played villains in 7, raiding trap houses, playing with weapons before Tekken. I was stepping, roadside repping, no hype brethren. My life's messy. Your life's a bit messy. Now you can't walk with legends, with the heavens. Shit can get deep in a second. Chip shot, what? Let's make some fucking noise. I told you to wait, right? Did I tell you to wait and why? I told you. How you doing? Let's make some fucking noise. Let's keep it cheap. It's all about the hip hop. Boss, when I boss, hey rush, when I rush, high when I push. What you bricks play after then the gal plays push. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Still busted 38 when the things got rust. So hush, nigga, puppy, but one turn you into a blood clot toppy. Hold on one shotgun, my nickname is Chucky. You want me dig it up and turn your life into a movie? I want to know about the Uzi. I'm just playing, I don't know no Uzi. But I bring a copper to ya. No fake, but I send a copper to ya. Hot lead that will just pop it to ya. So what's popping with ya? On a different tip. Let me talk for a sec. On some different shit. Let me tell you what the blood clot difference is. I'm a rider. You're a liar. You're a butterfly. I'm a spider. I'm a pit bull letting loose on a miner. And you're a miner. That's a miner. I'm a rider. You're a liar. You're a butterfly. I'm a spider. I'm a pit bull let loose on a miner. And you're a miner. That's a if I can live my life again, I don't know if I would change it. I'm street pop, my life's been amazing. Got a shot for the life that I led. Out here hustling, trying to get bread. All these little pussy wars got me seeing red. The rain so stuck, I want to rip off their heads. And do it when it's sweet, I put a horse there instead. Psychotic thinking got me close to the edge. Standing in the rain, dry as a palm with a fist full of flames. Standing in the rain on the graveyard shift with a fist full of cane. Before your balls dropped, I was locked in a cage. Let me tell you about the blocks I spent. Most of my days getting ghosted from the block every 28 days. Money bouts and strikes. Hey, I'm a rider. You're a liar. You're a butterfly. I'm a spider. I'm a pit bull let loose on a minor. And you're the minor. That's a minor. Shouts out to Beasy on the phone right now. Chip Shop, make some noise and be on the phone right now. Hey! Brixton, London, you know what it is. Yo, I have to shout you back, fam. I'm on the set right now. Yeah? Alright, brother. Peace. Either FM in the building. Seriously?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? This is Razzcast with my DJ Indigenous. What up, UK? Post-Brexit, this is the Brentry. We gonna spit that Ringlish. RePPiN4U hip-hop show. The best damn show on Wild1 Radio with Grant Body P. What up, kid?
Radio, the best damn show, you already know. So, yo, we getting ready to get busy. Check it. Try to always put the message in something. It's some monsters in here. Big shouts to Big Beasy in the building, you feel me? Yo, check this. We gonna try to do it. Hey, yeah, check. Let's go. Yeah. Here we go. Check. Yeah. The world is outrageous. Cell phones and sky pages. Global oppression in the skyscraper for paper. Pissing in the elevator. All on the wallpaper. Ill, y'all niggas ain't living the real. James Worthy blew off the table and snatched the turkey. In the last days, let's get freedom out the cage. Was every president a Mason with his hands on minimum wage? With his shifty eyes, yo. From 1885, got your shit back. It's God with the power to save lives. You lifers. Game 7 with the freedom fighters. You want government assistance? Nah. I read the flip of 5, dip and dive. Get my paper, then shit and slide. Cooperations like switching occupations. Documentation. Knowledge frustration through lots of patience. You brothers is cool. You couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. You a good sport. I like the way you smile when you lose. Cops come around like we on trial with the Jews. Liquor store in every corner, man. It's wild in the news. Visualize this. Watered down surprises. It's more than like you're seeing which bitch ass is the widest. You niggas riders. Support the higher force behind us. I brought change to the hills and the majority stood in silence. It's like you can't stand on your own with no guidance. And you always want to shine with us. You dick riders. I'm witnessing the sky movements and hang gliders. My life is like life support to suiciders. Display the game magnificent. Grand Body P, the magnificent. Yeah.
Yes, right. Shut down. Huh? Fucking bills, but my daughter never starve and rather steal a kill. This ain't supposed to be a joke, this is fucking real. Left shifting the white alone and put the maid in milk. But good, yeah, let's switch it up, let's do something different. You ready? You gotta take this in, you gotta digest this one. I told my mother that she's gonna see me succeed, so that's a few blessings to my enemies, conserved all my energy, divert my mind away from pills and the Hennessy. Still the trying passion, cause these memories were hurting me, mentally disturbing me to the point where I had to regurgitate the pain verbally. Sometimes I gotta think about myself, they ain't concerning me. Complicated man, education was a difficulty, still didn't fucking with me. Try to keep myself legit, but end up where the shutters be smack rats, sniping, dockety, chasing jackets instead of chasing dreams and live quiet. Emphasize the muscles and the man that makes you strong. It's always the mentality. Real men hold it down and always hustle to capacity. My work rate 100, ain't no one outcrafted me. Messing too bad, the penalties, the penitentiary. Look up to the sky and blow away on the melody. Done!
Yeah. Okay, it never talked about something a bitch down, but don't push me. I don't need no pussies in my circle. This is for my liking. Darling, now we fighting if we have to. Fight until you buy me a casket. I don't give a damn about your status. Your blood is the same one as the number that they want to put in my face. That's the way you're touching to my passion. Okay, let's do it again. Yeah. I'm gonna do that shit again. The beat just spots on me, boy. Let me do it again. Yeah. Okay, you never talked about something a bitch down, but don't push me. I don't need no pussies in my circle. This is for my likings, round and we fighting if we have to. Fight until you buy me a casket. I don't give a damn about your status. Your blood is the same, whatever. I'm in the same color, didn't ask it. Crushing my aggression to my passion. I can go from terror to assassin. Burn them down and spreading out the ashes and learning. Dumb shit.
that are causing the path of destruction. I'm about to vomit these bars cause I'm nauseous. Busted by monsters, corrupted by nonsense. Snake licking bitches, I'ma call them anacondas. They be sucking dick and they're protected, they don't swallow.
Same old black, same old shots. What I'm trying to do is stay at the same old cuffs. My dogs still remain on the same old crud. And for my dogs, yeah, I got the same old love. Yo, they still don't listen. Chasing that gold, that shit, what glistens. Me? Yo, same old mission, vision. And nothing ain't changed since the day I was christened. When I get paid up for spitting and my 2 pages of history written. Grateful, down to the pot that I pissed in. I've been twice, I once bitten. I'm that guy, they try still winning. Yeah, that bad block, you good riddance. I don't give a fuck now, fuck you niggas. Okay, once with yo, I grew up on this raw side. They're back in all the raw time. No lacking around the front line. Everybody dancing with their gun signs. Yo, hey, I grew up on this raw side. They're back in order. And again, 1, 2. Hey, birthmark, yeah. Yo, I grew up on this raw side. They're back in all the raw time. And no lacking around the front line. Everybody dancing with their gun signs. But yo, there ain't no team out here. We ain't living no dreams out here. Just a bag of fiends, feeds. Pan for the grease. Too much Indians and not enough cheese. I gotta get myself a job. Cause these brothers move rubbish. Can't make go with man if you ain't on the bopping. Fake brothers thinking that they sick till I vomit. We all got trousers but some ain't got wallets. Oi. Fuck it, man a general, me but it's beautiful. I pity the food of things you can come against A. When I'm on my EA game, this is my sport. Gonna get back to the drawing board, I'm giving it all the more. 2 flush, hands in the won't see me with no handouts, hand-me-downs. Grew up in a bad boy town. I was a bad boy then, I'm a king right now. Don't doubt it, come up alone cause I'm bowdy. No limit remedy, toast to my enemies. See you in the cemetery, yeah, you're gonna remember me. Yo, 90s baby, 21st century. Yo, same old black, same old shots. What I'm trying to do is stay at the same old cost. My dogs still remain on the same old crud. And for my dogs, yeah, I got the same old love. But they still don't listen. Chasing that gold, that shit what listens. Me, oi, same old mission, vision. Nothing ain't changed since the day I was christened. Wanna get paid up for spitting and my 2 pages of history written. Grateful, down to the pot that I pissed in. I've been twice shy, once bitten. I'm that guy, they try still winning. Yeah, that bad book, you good riddance. I ain't here for no friends, fuck you niggas. My mom said my head's off. I got a lay in the bed, what I made my dog. Oh God, I just wanna live my life right. Don't wanna walk with a 9 or a knife, right? From knee height, I was always in this height, rocking that mic, you know me. Fuck the other side, both sides are wetting. Check, and then yeah, big shout out, birthmark. Yeah, Alex is. I could have left that, leave it. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight in. Yo, listen, the buy your brick, the sell a brick, don't come buy your house. It's so ironic, now I want it, watch me iron out all the pieces with this heat and let the lion out. Got them sweating in the circles, they perspire now. I'm not hating on the Mando. Just give me your ear like your Van Gogh. As I strip back the layers, go commando. What's the picture of Bruno Momento? They're flossing in the rental, copying all the garms like the mental, copying the mental. Get dough when they spend more. Keep your enemies close to what our friends for. Live with it today, give the F about tomorrow. Today could be the last of them, not thinking about tomorrow. All the sorrow and the pain that is following the game. Some win, most lose, but they follow all the same. Be defined by who you are and not your fantasy. You realize your projection, not reality, to satisfy your ego. In actuality, a madman's error for your sanity. Seek clarity for any change or disparity. In your circle, there's no familiarity. Is it all for the show and popularity? Mad at me while others sit and watch with hilarity. If you also have a legal side, cause there's eyes everywhere like eagle eye. Read the lines between the lines and see the lies for what they are, so when they surface can't be surprised. Put a plan in action, get some satisfaction, get some long-term goals, nothing manufactured. In the short term, you burn quicker than a short perm. Caught in a revolution, hasn't
stools turn. Some pools learning even ponder back. Wondering what the wondering the wonder facts. Keep it old school like a file of facts. Work hard, play hard, yeah, I'm fine with that. Be defined by who you are and not your fantasy. You realize your projection, not reality, to satisfy your ego. In actuality's a madman's errand for your sanity.
Yo, come back. You know, sir, you need to tell people who you are, you know, what your Instagram is and all that, because people ain't gonna know, so introduce yourself, you get me? That goes for everybody still.
Yeah, I'm Alexis. You can get me on Instagram, who is Alexis. That's all you need to know, yeah? Big shout out Wolverhampton and everybody in the building.
Alright, who we got up next? Krystatic!
Yo, we switch it up. Got a different flavor beat.
This one, come with this one.
Alright.
Got any knife?
Woo! Alright then, look. Yeah, Krystatic. Shout out to everyone in the building. BeatsABar. Listen, yeah. I'm a rapper said they couldn't make it, but I'm out here to prove everyone wrong. I'm here just to take it. Smash the game in my hand and all out invasion. I see women dancing, it's not Harlem shaking. Certain people hustling, proof in the pudding. I talk Brazil in the States, everybody is buzzing. But now I'm getting all this love and I'ma reach for the stars. Whoever says sky's the limit, I'm eating a Mars. I got a sweet tooth, sweet sugar and savory. Add it all to this cake, cut a slice like a bakery. Share it with the family, like crime and deficit. Drug laws laundering money out in megabits. Sitting in a police interview like 21 questions. Asking me a lot of questions about my congestion. I'm fighting depression, avoiding traffic. I'm on the road to success. Is there any more questions? They call me Krystatic, man. They can't stop my profits. Money motivated and ambition from my logics. I'm out here getting benefits as a lyricist. People looking up to me as a Greek god like Pegasus. My transformation complete, call it the Genesis. Spitting my tough bars for YouTube on their premises. Hip hop cypher, fraud politers, representing us rappers from the streets as a writer. My flow goes back and forth like boxers in the ring, throwing lefts and rights for the survival. Picture your idol. My punchlines go hard like Mike Tyson, striking for that title. Big bars and big rhymes and great flows, it's all in a jeans. Check our back pocket, it's full of dough. Call me Lord of the Rings, I throw dough. I see American stripper shaking a booty like I have a dream like Martin Luther, selling music like Buddha, taking over, getting lyrical knowledge like a computer. I'm booting off the door like intruders. My big break, celebrating like criminals, making a big stake. Higher stay flats and drug race. And most of all the people in the rappers just get paid as typical. I'm out here getting money, seeing the benefits, music travel expenditures. Taxpayers' money in my bank, but I seem to be slow to the congestion. Praying on my downfall, hoping I get depression. But I'm bouncing, showing on my progression. Explaining in my bars like Usher done a confession. Money, power, respect, just like what the luck says. To see me coming out of the water like the Loch Ness. Big dreams, big figures, just like a mobster. Avoiding all the traffic on road in my direction. I told these people, let's get to the point. Lyrical, spiritual, getting physical on his joint. Now these haters are a pain in the backside. I put them on standby. Now let me run my franchise. I come hard in the face just like a porn star. Now they're starting to respect me as an all-star. I'm representing my family in tradition, getting money oriented, getting commission, music efficient, out here staying consistent. Cause you never know, your last day could be an instant. Eating a magnum, clap on it like in the audience, money for laundering, Haze ignoring them. I'm entertaining these people, got on this energy, hyping up on this melody like Pro Green's remedy. Tough crowds and blocked off in congestion. With wise words I'll make it through, now let's get to the point.
Yo, one take, you know. We got Krystatic, you know, we got the US in here, we go up and down the UK, we got Birmingham, we got Wolverhampton, we got Leicester in the building, yo. What you saying, Loaneski?
Chilling. Yo, can we get another beat? Because I ain't even gonna bother to like fucking follow that one. Respect, bro. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Some call me an artist, others call me an author. I don't do this for affection, need it for the attention. My style's not attractive, not acrobatics. I'm like an arsonist targeting your vital arteries. My attitude's abrupt like an academic activist taking action. Absolute arsehole who channels his aggression. Stay alert, battle your battery until you can't breathe. Balance the baggage and amputate your bandages. Life is a beach, but I don't bother the bottle because I'm not on the bottom. So who you calling amateur challenger? I'm cocky like Rocky, nobody can stop me.
A poet that's potent. Vocals that focus emotion and then put into motion. No need for the hocus pocus potion. And no, this is not an illusion. This is just something that I'm overcome with. When I was young, I used to dream about money, stress about money. But as I grew older, I understood the value of money. Friendships turn funny because the currency is no longer loyalty. It's about money, situations the ugly, because money is the root of all evil. In a society where we crave power, we sell our beliefs for the queen's head just to break even. Where the hell is not honouring that? Some man will shop food to kids just to feed the infants. Some man will stick you up like Dick Turpin and spin your wig. And there's no coming back from that. Corporations force feed consumers with so much product that we literally piss money just to make it back. So now tell me if it's really worth it. Dying for the pagan's head. For the pagan's head. In a dunya full of fitna, it's about the best, it's not about the bunda. Too much knowledge, cause we care about the knowledge. We don't wanna go Jannah, we wanna go Jahannam. We trained for years within the great walls of the Shaolin Temple and mastered the ways of the dragon without a red belt. It's back with a vengeance, ejecting the five that develops in your eardrums. Me and my team set the audience to fire like the burning of the Red Lotus Temple. I may not be much to look at like the Kung Fu Panda, but I'm still raging, something like the Phoenix, because I see too many snakes in this ego shadow. So I'm trying to stay crouching like the tiger, hidden from the dragon. Only the strong become the best of the best. So I'm trying to, like the one-armed swordsman, annihilate your whole team. That's why they nicknamed me the fucking Iron Monkey. I came into this world pronounced dead. And that's the same that I'm leaving. So I care less about the garments that I'm covered in. Cause once you won with the dirt, your time's up. So I care less about a Rolex. I'm trying to make moves like a king, cause Martin had a dream, but my mind vomits. And my vision becomes blurred, because it's like a game of chess when it comes to politics. You don't have the freedom to preach, so what on earth makes you think we have freedom of speech? They censor the truth but let you see the lies. Like there's a war outside, they only let you see one side of the coin. The man are two-faced like Harvey Dent. Like Harvey Dent. I use brute or force like a heavyweight, call me King Kong. I use the mic and the put to strangle the different instrumentals playing in the background until I murdered the beat. I'm unpredictable like probability. Sit down and shut your mouth, son. You know when they are percentage, you're a little fraction. I can teach you about maths, but instead I just use slang. I'm from my English to break down my feelings. Most of the time I talk about pain, but I ain't on about headaches. I know it's not good for my health, because too much art it could send me to an early grave. But for some odd reason it's like a crave for it. You see, I'm far from a vampire, I feed off negative energy. So keep on criticizing and watch me evolve like a Pokemon. If I actually call me fucking Charizard. I'm chasing my dreams, I ain't even got a sat nav. They wanna get rid of me, call it an abortion. Oh my fucking god, you switched up on the wrong side, you know. But cool, Loaneski, follow me on Instagram, Loaneski.
Yo, big shouts out to Loaneski at Loaneski on Instagram. Who we got up next? Who we got up next? The King. What you saying? What you saying? Step to the mic, man. Tarju, the King. Which one? I'm gonna start speaking if someone don't. I ain't got no buzz though, so we don't want to hear that. Alright. Tarju, it's yours.
Yo, wheel that up for me. Okay. Yo, if you're feeling the vibe, let me see you put your hands to the sky one time. If you're feeling the vibe, let me see you put your hands to the sky one time. If you're feeling the vibe, let me see you put your hands to the sky one time. If you're feeling the vibe, I'm Tarju and I represent that dope res tribe. Yo, it ain't easy being measy. Shout out to Big Beasy. See, that's Kupid The King. Shout out Arawat, trying to get me build the chemistry but ain't gonna work. Yo, who we got next? K Stacks. See, I'm trying to get the K building our stacks up. My girl with the dress, she got bars, leave them dead every time she come through. Instead we got my man here, got the nice glasses. Every time we come through, we filling up them classes. Shout out, hey, me, cause we got the vibe. Every come through, yeah, I spit the vibes. Yo, they want the cold flow. Said I get they can earn the frost. Every time that I come through, man, I like KKA. Something like a burning crust, but I'm coming through. It's freestyle off the top. Every time too, I come to drip drop. Never precipitating or waiting. Procrastination, this is real hip hop. Said this, Tarju, 1, 2, 3 to the 4. Got my foot in the doors, kicking off the hinges. Blood, I'm in your blood like you insert syringes. They want bars, I spit hard. Abbreviate my name, it's that TAR. Cause I spit them hard bars, bring the JU. That's the juice, Lasano, that's the God flow. Every time I come through, it's a warrior. Now I gotta go.
Yo, that was off the top. Big up Tarju, big up Tarju. Yo, who wants to follow that? Okay. What's the name? What's the name? Big B. No. Big B. Just okay. Come on then, regular B in the building.
See?
Yo, living in a world of bare fuckery. Man, look at me, try dash and look at me. I do you standing on one leg, you can try and pull the other. How you gonna read me when you've only seen the cover? So when I'm on, I might raise the roof. It's all truth in the booth, let loose. We'll start the morning with the story of my glory. Rise higher than the flat, no matter how many stories. You be stacking on top of each other. I do it for my sisters and brothers and all the others who wanna jump on the bandwagon. While my band bragging how we making shit happen. Soon as you hear the click of the klaxon, lights, camera, action, your immediate reaction. Give them the whole thing, we don't give them a fraction. Better get it quick before we come and turn off the traction. Yeah, yo, listen, 1, 2, 3, yo, success is just a state of mind, lost in thought, a state to find some may say you stay behind, cause following the fate, or why, do what I do, or did you do what I say, the question is rhetorical, and you can do what you make, the choice is yours to make, bad, good, and different recipients, caught up in my flow like amphibians, deliverance is needed, cause I'm feeling ambivalent, so I pay significant, to take me out this rap was that we're living in, chasing the cheese, cause cream was the motto, waiting for J-Ball East, team on the motto, you only live once, and spend your P on the lotto, it's a scam, tomorrow, I'm spitting on the mic for Yaro. I'm dropping on the lyrics, it's Arno. I'm spitting on the mic, it's easy. It's Alex, I'm spitting, yo, you best believe me.
Check. I'ma give it next. Yeah, Starrlight. Yeah. Wait a minute, I'm connected with my spirits. Wait a minute, I'm connected with my spirits. Wait a minute, I'm connected with my spirits. I've been practicing so I can manifest a better living. Grown a couple inches and I changed my way of thinking. I'm innocent, probably attracted all the evil shit. I have been attracted, I reflected on my feelings, and then I am back on track as I reflected on my feelings. And knew I wasn't happy and I had to rearrange myself. I blame myself for everything that happened, but I'm better now. Stars align and my mind is finally reaching higher grounds, and I will not provide in the blind and trying to get the side. No longer terrified, terrorized by demonized creatures here to defeat me. Clearly did it, so seek the path. Starrlight. I'm just trying to reach the top of the totem pole like a Mario jumping on these souls. All these haters know they can't slow my roll, cause a man will get knocked off like Rainbow Roll, yo. I do this for my team, that's anti-social. When I'm just trying to put on for my city like I'm supposed to do this. I thought you knew, it's the queerest kid yet. You've heard my music. Enough about me though, this song's for my people. All we're trying to do is spread love, no evil. Kicking down doors, ain't no looking through keyholes, cause we got the game wrapped up like something illegal. Something illegal. Tell me what you're talking about when I say that. Yeah, I'm talking about love, but it's in the form of drugs. Don't put anything in a box or spread that THC.
Yo. Next beat, yo. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yo. I said 9 tiles. 6 sides, mismatch of colours, you've entered my mind. Never taken by surprise, cause they all sounding like the same old guy. But see me, collecting energy, I spit effortlessly. Educated, he can't handle my degree. Please, I'm the writer, past the pen, past the paint. Colourful Rubik's that you ain't. Style, let it hit, I ain't checking it. Mild, not in for the tastelessness. Got my heart looking like a hibiscus tea, cause I warm the soul, yeah that's me. Got me spitting lava over these beats, with my earth bending waves, feel the ground shake, whoa. That's my part 1, grip your soul son, soon come the bad man, come straight from Brum. Yeah.
Yo, listen, it's Krystatic, look, listen, yeah, this is the grand opening, about to step up on the stage. Paparazzi shooting, organs blazing, my heart's racing. About to step up on the stage with excitement, feeling the energy from the finest. It's me against the world like Goliath and David. Quick time weaving and Bobby like Neo the Matrix. It's a championship round, knockout time. Couple punchlines, hard enough to break your spine. I'm notorious like Conor McGregor. I'm a heavyweight, you featherweights. Going to make meals and then I celebrate. Jumping on the mic like Jadakiss and the Lux. Like a superstar repping the UK in a fast. I'm selling cocaine and popping bottles of champagne like B.O.B. We made a wish for this in airplanes. Got my gold chain and my watch, I'm a reckless. Touch it, I shoot a bone arrow like Legolas. Yeah, I'm done talking, you can't bring me down. Straight out of Wolverhampton, the best around. People trying to bring you down like negative feedback. Like Fat Joe, my rhymes will make you lean back. And I push it to the side like a margin, while my team fights and follow through like Spartans. Reaching for stardom like Marvin. I work so hard and I'm looking real good like a bargain. I'm taking over this rap game with lyrical ability to murder like Mac Main. Ladies come first, I'm drinking that energy monster. I drink that like Kanye, I'm feeling stronger. There's nothing much more you can say to me. Music is the passion, this is where I'm meant to be. Celebrate to my... yo, I'm done talking. You can't bring me down. Yo, switch on the beat, let's go.
Let's go, man.
Listen. Just heading to the club with my whole group, looking flash 90s, my jacket rocking old troop. Like DJ, look, I've got the Sambuca, attracting white girls in fake tail like Satsumas. I draw my time out in London City, we keep it gritty. Mother girls flashing their titties, They want me to buy them a bottle of whiskey, so they can get drunk, shave heads like Britney. As the party continues, I'm feeling freaky. Sexy mother girls want to keep me head discreetly. A lot of guys like to go deep sea, but that's not me. I like to swim the ocean deep sea. Got a DJ mixing hip-hop to jungle. Everybody's skanking crazy like in a jungle. Taking ecstasy pills, I'm licking rosé. This is a dangerous combination for the motorway. I'm getting crunked up, sipping a Jack Daniels. Got a sexy girl in my lap, she looks a spaniel. Maybe Italian for all the wine she's drinking. She getting crunk, whispers in my ear like she was hinting. She gets up, tries skanking to the beat. She's far too tipsy, I swipe her off her feet. Take her home, gave her fancy treats. Playing the Isley Brothers in between the sheets. Just jump in my whip, straight to UK. Stroll through the club like a self-made millionaire. I got the mafia dressed up like commissionaire. Stacking H at night, just like a legionnaire. Protecting the club like someone got it for ransom. For a travelers on my crypt, it's so random. Hold my album in the air like it was platinum. Then get rich, buy an island like Richard Branson. Yeah.
Next one.
Yes,
Wrong time whipping, let's get it. Big Bees. Big up Wolverhampton. Yeah, big up Leicester. feeling like I'm Samson Unchained. I only know perseverance and how to graft hard to make the money exchange. I refuse to be caged or contained, but I swear to stick the world right now will make a sane man deranged. I keep my circle small, a lot smaller than the rest of you. You could lose your focus through the noise and I ain't hearing you. If I spread the hatred, then I'm just like the rest of you. Goes against my nature, but I gotta wish the best for you. Times you gotta dead shit, sometimes you gotta leave it. Make moves into the unknown, even though they told us to fear it. We all kings and queens if we truly believe it. They got somewhere precious, don't let the snakes come in here. Feeling monumental, feeling biblical. I can handle all the gas, don't need a ridicule. I can understand I'm a man and my principles. If you ain't paving the way, then I'm forgetting you. They might try to knock me down. They can't take it. Said I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. Said I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'll come again, hold on. I'll finish it off. I don't sing or nothing. I dance, I model, I produce. I get the next thing on. Let go. Yeah. That's why I got a point to prove. I got confidence in my abilities, that's why I know that I will never lose. Take a little longer. What don't break me makes me stronger. They already took my kindness for weakness, I swear they confused. Or is that life now? The real get overlooked and the over the top never get told to pipe down. Even good lads from the past are sucking on the pipe now. Tell me, seize the moment, what the fuck I'm doing right now. The Lord says it's my time, I ain't waiting for the stars till I'm fucking up my lifeline. 100% for my life, for my sins that Christ died to you. Keep your jealousy, you been taking my shine. The cutie where it all started. Way up here. Next verse, man, I'm fucking sweating.
Hold on. You can't just walk away like that. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? You know what? Big B's, what's your Instagram, man? Where can we...
Big Beasy music, can't go wrong. Instagram, Twitter, all of that.
Yo, Big B's, man, Big B's. Who's up next? Kupid, come on, you ain't done nothing yet. Kupid The King.
Yo. I know you recognize me, don't just rap, I sing. My name is Kupid The King, but you can call me King. Ain't got a bound my arrival, ain't got a kiss the ring. Just respect my name while I do my thing. KP, I don't just sing, I act. One man, many modes like Orphan Black. You might see me with my band, you might hear me on the track, might catch me jamming acoustic, rapping with thrash, yo. Anyone that knows me knows P or knows Nathan. Anyone that called that even loves me or they hating, I ain't trying to be like Daniel or none of the Jason, but I too will be confined, so no time.
Seriously to God, any man that give me a 5 on a junior, go!
Wow. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. I thought selling 500,000 units or something. So this man is paying Rock Kim. I'm about to cry up in here, bro. Yo. This is dope. Yo. Now, Mike, I want to ask you something. Will you put this in your place for me? Will you do that for me, bro? I appreciate it. That's big, right? Appreciate you, dog. This is great. Uniqme for having this building. Yo. Wow. Well, you man, dog. I appreciate you for real. Issa, Carlos, everybody at IG. All of y'all, man, for getting me here. These dudes got me here. These dudes ain't rent me no apartments. These dudes got me houses. They got me staying in houses out here, man. They took care of me. They get us house things out fixed. With all my merchandise and graphic artwork and everything that you've done, bro, I'm grateful. I'm humbled by everything that you've done for me. Starrlight, to jump on that remix with me and County Records. You jumped on a record with a gold artist and a platinum artist, baby girl. And that's ridiculous. And I don't care what nobody tells you.
You one of the baddest chicks I heard. Keep doing your thing, man, for real. This is big, man. And this is for everybody, man, who's trying to do this, man. Listen, I remember I remember sweeping trucks at a place called Winn-Dixie with Old Dirty Bastard, my best friend. We worked at a place called Winn-Dixie. And we were sweeping trucks, 18-wheelers, cleaning the trucks out, working one night. He told me, he said, yo, you, I'm going, and we was in Florida, and he said, yo, I'm going to New York, and we started this group called the Wu-Tang Clan. And he said, yo, I want you to come with me. And I said, well, Phyllis is pregnant with my son, I can't just up and go. But the way God works, I'm a true believer in stand your ground and stay in your place and stay focused, because the first record that Wu-Tang Clan dropped was Protect Your Neck. And that record, he performed that record. At the same time, they got their deal. At the same time, Simon Harris from London, England, Music of Life Records signed me. Me and Old Dirty Bastard, that summer, we shared the same stage with a group back in the days called Rumpelstiltskin. You heard of them? You ever heard of them? With these guys, and we shared the stage. Now, a lot of y'all, I just want to say, that house that I was so fortunate to come out of, the Jolly Stompers house, and let me let you know who came out of that house. I came out of that house. Cali Ranks came out of that house. Redman came out of that house. Black Rob came out of that house. There was some dude, and it was all a dude named Andrew Johnson, who passed away, who worked with Simon Harris in England. When we first came over here, we was bugging out because we wasn't looking at it. It was liking our music. And this man saw something in me. He took it there. They re-released in 2015. It's a beautiful thing, bro. The Hoodzmen thing took off, and we came back, and we here. And I appreciate y'all, Mike. I appreciate what you're doing. Preserving culture, there's nothing like this on the planet. I'm awesome, bro. We got to have these, like Chuck D said. We got to have these in every city in America, bro. It's gonna be ridiculous, bro. I appreciate it for real. My man.